Hey guys, my name is Alice. So it's my first time visiting Ueno and I'm going to be visiting some of the popular places that everyone recommended. So I'll take you guys with me. Come on. And this is actually Tokyo's one of the oldest temples, Kiyomizu Kannon-do. Kiyomizu Kannon-do is actually a copy of Kiyomizu-dera in Kyoto, which was presented to the Tokugawa family. So just like the view of Lake Biwa from Kiyomizu-dera, he was overlooking the Shinobazu Pond from this temple. So I bought this negai dama, which translates to wish ball. So I'm actually gonna throw this down here, and if it actually lands in that black stone ball, my wishes are gonna come true. So, okay, let's take aim. Okay. Oh! Yes, you only. Okay, my second one. Okay, here I go. Oh, that was close. Okay. So guys, this is the Saigo Takamori statue. Look how big it is. So looking out over the Ueno stands one of Japan's most iconic historical figures, the legendary samurai, Saigo Takamori, the leader of the Meiji Restoration, and his loyal dog, Tsun. The statue was built here because this is where the Battle of the Boshin War was fought and defeated Akira Corps. So this is actually the place where Tokugawa Shogun era came to an end. Okay, now it's lunchtime and I'm hungry, so I actually picked up 3 items from the street shops that look really delicious. So the first one is a fruit sandwich, which is really popular amongst young people at the moment. So as you can see, there's grapes, oranges and strawberries and a bit of cream in the middle. That looks delicious. So the next one is karaage. I think this one is salt, so it's seasoned quite well already. And okay, next one is Chinese dumplings or shumai. So I chose prawns and pork. We're gonna dip that in mustard and soy sauce. So I'm ready to tuck in. It's got a very crispy skin. And the meat is really juicy as well. It's nice and juicy. It's filled with a lot of meat inside, so okay, let's take a bite. That's really refreshing. It's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be. 私は日本に来て4年目になりますね。上野は初めてなんですよ。4年住んでるんですけども、一度も上野には来たことなくて。And this is the Ueno Daibutsu. So the original seated statue of Shaka Nyodai stood about 6 feet and 9 inches tall. But after the Great Kanto earthquake in 1923, the head fell off the statue and only the face of the statue has been preserved for display. Japan is actually infamous for its education system involving challenging entrance exams to high schools and colleges. So the temple has become a power spot for students preparing for entrance exams, and they're praying for success here. それは今聞かれますね。そうですね。芸者さんとかいるのとか、どこにいるのとか。そうですね。忍者ってまだいるのとか。そうですね。オーストラリアンジョークじゃないけど。So this is the 5-story pagoda of Sensoji, a masterpiece of historic Japanese architecture. It was built in the Edo period. Like many other Buddhist temples, on the top floor of the pagoda, also known as a stupa, contains ashes of the Buddha. 可愛らしいお店がありますね。何が売ってるんでしょう。ラーメンとかありますね。ラーメン、美味しい。ラーメン、カレーライス。すごい。おでんもあるんですね。甘酒。なんかお店の中もすごく昔ながらの雰囲気でいいですね。なんか雰囲気があって なんかこのガチャガチャとかすごい懐かしい子供の頃によくやってましたAnd this here is the Ueno Shrine. The shrine was built in 1627 and it is an important cultural property. It is modeled after Nikko Shogu Shrine and is dedicated to Tokugawa Ieyasu. It is characterized by its gorgeous golden exterior, which is a symbol of wealth. It is believed to be beneficial for good luck, success, victory, and longevity. Okay, so I got this omikuji and it's like a fortune telling paper that you pick out of the box. So, okay, my fortune is excellent according to this paper and it says wish. At first it seems to be impossible, but later it comes true. So hopefully my wishes are gonna come true, and especially after throwing those wish balls, I'm hoping my dreams are gonna come true. And now we've arrived at the Bentendo, which is located right next to the Shinobazu Pond. The main object of worship in Bentendo is a happy Benzaiten who has 8 arms. So he holds a weapon in each hand which represents destroying vexations. The public is able to see happy Benzaiten only in festivals that are held once a year in September. The pond is in Shinobazu, in Ueno, and he actually floats on the lotus leaves. So I just bought this Senko, this aroma sticks for 100 yen, and I'm just going to put this in the pot to start the fire. Okay, now it's smoking and I'm just going to put it in this. And the smoke that are coming out of here, this represents the breath of God. Okay, so say if you have like a bad like a body ache or somewhere that you want to cure, like, you know, if you want to get smart or something, you want to get the smoke on that particular area and it's meant to cure that body part. Okay, so I've got a lower back pain, so I'm just going to put it towards my lower back and maybe towards my head so my work goes well and I get smarter. I think we're ready to move on. Let's go in. Ah, じゃあこの中にこう小さなキッチンがあってはい。
ソバとかうどんを作って、上野の駅前とかで、
はい。
その労働者の方とかに出してたと思います。
私これ見たときに焼き芋を売ってるトラックなのかなと思って。
昔はこういう屋台がいっぱいあったんですよ。今もう多分あんまり使わないから去っちゃってる。
じゃあここでみんなこう後ろに立って立ち食いそばみたいな。
そう、
ラーメンとか。In Japan, horse riding was a form of martial arts, with samurais riding the horse to war. In the Meiji era, with the advent of westernization, horseplay as a sport became very popular. And apparently, it was not horse racing involving gambling as it is now. So there used to be a tram running in front of Shinobazu Pond. Before the advent of subways, it was possible to go to various places from here. The oldest carriages were considered to be horse railroads run by horses. In the Taisho era, there was an exposition and a ropeway over Shinobazu Pond. The ropeway was very popular at the time and spread all over Japan.
アリさんにとってお仕事って一言で言うと何ですか？
仕事はライフワークですね、私にとって。ちょっと笑え。So this underground passage was burnt down by repeated air raids during World War II. And this underpass was filled with over 1,000 vagrants after the war. The town was full of orphans and children who had lost their parents. And during this time, pickpocketing and theft were common. So children without families and parents were put on trucks to be housed. At the time, Ueno was served by railroads, so reconstruction proceeded very quickly. Temporary barracks were built, and a lot of goods were sold and bought. The foreign currency was selling and buying everything to convert what they had into money. Guns and small arms of military personnel were also sold illegally, and the law enforcement could not keep up. Ueno was full of wounded soldiers, those who lost their legs and arms in the war. Since they couldn't work, they would play musical instruments and earn some money that way.